right, so we're coming into close, and the SPY is down 4.4%. Or let's see if what it really is. It's I don't know, 4444 angel numbers. All right, so what I'm watching for right now is this final flush. We're at it's 1252. And you notice how at the close right now we're getting some buying coming in. So look, you see that little wick there at this coming into close here, 1252. Market closes in 7 minutes, and so you see we have this little bit of support here, and then you got this here. And so what we're watching for is a final flush. So this is the last 5 minutes, and I'll update you later. So if you see a final flush coming into the last 5 minutes, which it doesn't look like we're going to get, that would bring us down. So this flush out, you see how it's bouncing right now? So that flush would bring you through that line. Does that make sense? Right? So that's what we're watching for, because you have this trend line, this primary trend line, that at close we're watching to see if this this trend line here, if it breaks. So this is kind of your zone. You see this? A lot of people, if you're just new at this, you'd be like, you're thinking, oh my God, it's going to go through this horizontal line. That's unlikely. That's not even what you're looking for. What you're looking for is a break of this upward trend line. You see how it's moving up right now? So let me show you, because I said I will short Bitcoin if the Fed rate tool does what it is. Did I enter those shorts? No, because I used this tool. When we talked earlier, it was at 49%. So that now it's down 10%. You see me? So right now you're still looking at just the 3/4 points for next week. Now, if we see this move up overnight coming into tomorrow, the same thing applies. You see that? You see right now, let's just whatever. You can watch. You're coming into close. You got 6 minutes left. You see this, the SPY coming up, it's bouncing coming into close. So on the close of the day, then what you're looking at is you have you're looking for the bounce, and you're looking for it to reclaim this line here, which is not going to happen in 5 minutes. That would be a very significant bounce. But what you're not getting, and why you wouldn't short based on that, what we were talking about earlier, is because you're getting at close, 6 minutes left, you're getting this bounce, which is leaving a hourly, which will ultimately leave a daily bottoming tail. Right? You see this tail forming? So you had this big down day by 4%. Now you might see it come back up to this line. That would be for tomorrow, right? Here. Is that making sense? I hope so. So that's why you use these tools, because it can get real, can get hyped. You get emotional and think shit's gonna hit the fan. That's why we use this tool. That's why I said I'm gonna wait, because I was like getting tempted. I'm like, oh shit, short Bitcoin here. Well, if that's it, if that's the selling is done now, then Bitcoin can do this, right? Over until next week, it can come up like that, and then we would short it here, because there is a big short coming for sure. But we got to watch this tool. There you go. You got your so coming into close. There you go. You're coming into close, and you still have this, there's to the buy side right now. Oh shit, dude. Okay, so look, I told you about the VIX. Look how accurate a machine, precision machine. I said watch that line. If it comes down, to to the penny on that. So if you hit that line and it comes back down, that means your volatility is decreasing. We hit that line today. This is your shit hits the fan line. I told you, if you break here, the shit is going to hit the fan, which it did. If you break here, now that's another indicator, right? But we're coming back down off of that. So coming into close, you're coming back down off the VIX, right? And you can see when the VIX is up 16% today. So you can trade that. That's UVXY, and it makes crypto seem like it's child's play, man. The amount of money that can be made here and the amount of risk is here is insane, because you can buy call and put options on the VIX. It's called UVXY, and what you would do on a day like today, I mean, you could definitely make money. You can buy a daily UVXY or a weekly UVXY, stuff like that. TNX, like I talked about, you can see it's hanging out at this level coming into close. So that's what you're watching for tomorrow. You know, you really, now is like when you got to really keep an eye on this shit, because if this breaks higher, then you're going to see further selling on the SPY, which is going to bring Bitcoin to the next leg lower. So that's what you'd be watching going into close. See what's going on in China. I know that China is probably down. Germany, not too bad. This is China, I think. Yeah. So China, you know, not too bad. Whoa. Oh yeah, that's the Dow. Dow got fucking crushed. So then once this all wraps up, what you would do is, I'll take this line for this is my own personal stuff. So I go, futures opened here, so I don't forget. So our futures are going to open here, and then throughout the night, I might set an alert. I don't want to get alerted if it just breaks that line. Where I want to get alerted is usually about 0.75. So if we see this come down, right about here is when maybe here I want to get an alert. I want to get an alert around like 0.6 to 0.75, but I'm not going to take action here. That'd be no need to take action, but I'll show you real quick. So like, here's where you want to set your alert for futures. And then you would set another alert, so then you'd be like, okay, now I know things are coming down. But what you want to watch for on a day like today, if the futures start to come into this primary level here, which would be, if you see something like this, guys, that's very unlikely, but if that's why you set an alert. So if futures for some reason were down tonight, for some reason, you know, then you would set that alert for that 1.29 or 1%. You know, at 1%, I'm ready to pay attention. So you might just set it there. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, if futures come down after close, you know, by 0.5%, I'm paying it. You know, I'm doing other things, but I'm aware that futures are coming down. If I start to get an alert at 1%, then I might take action over here on Bitcoin. Right, because you can see this, you know, what will end up happening is probably some kind of move up to this line, because you probably see some kind of a bounce now. Today was super volatile and crazy. So now you're really coming into close, and let's see where the market closed. Yeah, so there you go. It actually did better than I thought. Look at that. Look at that tail, man. It's still moving. My clock must be a little wrong there. You got your little 5-minute. So anyway, that's what I'm watching. That's how to do it on a close. That's why you don't enter these plays. You don't get excited, because I could have shorted, you know, later in the day once the moves happened. So takeaway messages like, see, the move happened, and then you start to get, like, oh, I'm going to go short. You get all caught up in that, and that's why you have these tools. You go, and I'm showing you the right tools, right? This is how you do it. It's not like some, fucking Fibonacci lines. This is how you do it, because that's why this is coming up like that. That all these things I just showed you tells me that it isn't time to short based on today's news. If I had gotten up this morning, I would have shorted right out of the gate, but I didn't because, I was like, because, better handful of quiet than two of toil kind of shit. So there you go. You came right into the support. You probably will mess around in here for a little bit, and then you'll watch. See, the VIX came down 3% in that little time window there. So that shows you that you're probably going to put in some kind of a bounce. This is pretty volatile right now, even at this time. So also you got Biden speaking, and right now, which is not good. He is not good for the market. They should have kept him in the closet today. So 393.32, that's your close. You got the bottoming, a little bit of this bottoming tail. You broke support a little bit and bounced back up, and then tomorrow, what you'll be looking for with the futures, if you get any green and you can get back up to this level, then by next week you might see something into this gap, because they need to fill this gap. So you might see a gap fill there, which would be good, because then I'll get my chance to short. This shit kind of caught me off guard, to be honest, but it wouldn't be unusual. You see you got a gap here, but you got this gap here. Ooh, big old gap there. So that's where I'd be looking and paying attention again. All right, peace.